What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Fico, and this is my gaming mind, and an interesting development has transpired in regards to one of my favorite events of the year, the X Games, and one of my least favorite gaming franchises to date, Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty, but mostly just the newest one, Ghosts. It looks as though there is going to be a Call of Duty tournament that's going to take place on X Games Austin in June, and that's part of a contribution that both Major League Gaming and ESPN worked together. It looks as though it's been a year in the works, and I'm going to link the website link down below so you guys can read it yourselves, but I'm just going to highlight a few things from it. So apparently the MLG Call of Duty Ghosts tournament will feature the top 5 Call of Duty teams based on MLG Pro points, plus the top 3 teams from the Call of Duty Championship held in Winter Park, Florida last month. The 8 teams will compete in a double elimination group format, with 4 teams advancing to a single elimination bracket. X Games medals will be awarded to winning teams. According to MLG CEO Sundance DiGiovanni, yes, that is his name, it's going to be MLG bringing our highest level production into a really full weekend. We're looking to build something here that hopefully becomes a tradition at both the summer and the winter X Games over time. Now, the MLG, Major League Gaming, it's probably the most popular in terms of gaming leagues, because they bring you pretty much everything. At least in North America, this is about as the closest that we can get to a fully professional league, because it technically is. It gives us StarCraft, it gives us Call of Duty, League of Legends. Hell, they even play sports games like NBA 2K14. I mean, I didn't know that at the beginning when I was researching this. It turns out that the CEO also has partnerships or relationships with ESPN from something that he was doing for them a long time ago, something called Cold Pizza. Apparently he was a video gaming expert for them, which is sort of already kind of capitalizing on the, that's a good thing about not burning your bridges when you leave your employment, because something like this could actually be pretty good. Now, I just watched like about an hour ago, a video by Alpha Omega Sin, which I'm also going to link down below, and he pretty much just thinks this whole thing is just a stupid idea about how, what is it that this isn't, this is more like an insult to the X Game athletes. And to that aspect, I'm going to have to kind of agree with him. In a way, it's weird. I have some kind of mixed feelings about this, but ultimately, I think this is a really good thing. Honestly, anything that gets video gaming a lot of exposure and gets people into the right mindset that video games are not bad, that video games are possible to be a job even though you're not involved in the making of them, it's actually really good. It gets MLG a lot of promotion, it gets cyber athletes a lot of promotion, and it gets a lot of what this pro competitive scene that has been growing for a long time. I've made it certain that I made it aware that I am pro for all of this. Now, I do have a video that I haven't loaded into YouTube, which I will be. It's an older video that I did when I talked about my thoughts on League of Legends and the MOBA scene, in terms also with the competitive scene as well. But Alpha Omega Sin basically said that this was pretty much an insult to the rest, because they're turning all the effort that all of these skateboarders, BMXers, snowboarders, extreme sport competitors, all that work that they have been doing for many years, and all of a sudden they're just kind of compressing it down to, you know what, anybody can be a part of the X Games and they can be called an extreme sports athlete. Now, to call this an X Games event, that is, I think, where I don't agree with this whole thing. I don't think that you can qualify sitting down and playing Call of Duty to be extreme. Even if Mountain Dew is promoting the living hell out of it, even if many people call playing Call of Duty, any Call of Duty, an extreme activity, I'm not gonna call it an extreme sport because the lines are still kind of blurry in terms of it getting considered to be an actual sport. Now, I actually agree with many of the reports, including the one done on HBO Sports about League of Legends being a sport, because heck, if you can put things like poker and bowling and some other games that are often considered to be hell, a spelling bee can be on ESPN, and it's the worldwide leader of sports. I'm honestly kind of just wondering, it's like the definition of sports is really broad, but what I can definitely say is playing Call of Duty is not an extreme activity, and putting Call of Duty in the same mix as and awarding the same medal, it'd be the same as, it kind of would be the equivalent of the equestrian event at the Olympics. It's kind of weird that you can give an Olympic gold medal to a rider where the horse is doing all of the activity. You might as well give the gold medal to the horse. You're not doing anything. It's the horse. I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, that may be just me, and I don't mean any insult to the people who do equestrian and want to take equestrian to the Olympics, but seriously, that is sort of kind of like in the same field here. Not the same, because you are a player and you are technically doing, and there is a lot of teamwork in this, and there is it is a team-based activity. I just wouldn't call it an extreme one. So, but I think the partnership overall is actually a really, really good idea. It's a really great partnership. It's a great way to promote competitive video gaming and puts us more into the map. Unfortunately, the game that's getting highlighted is Call of Duty, which it just refuses to die, even though every game just keeps on being the same exact damn one. It gets released year after year, and everybody knows it. Well, Call of Duty goes. That's their latest piss-poor attempt to make Call of Duty still stay in the mainstream. Well, it looks like this little thing is going to make it even more popular. And guess what? The next Call of Duty game that's going to come out this year, which is most definitely going to be out this year, and next year we'll get another one. If this thing becomes a thing, you could bet that this is going to be a yearly thing. And you could bet that we're going to get the Winter X Games, and you can bet that there are going to be even more events. You could start seeing this from the very beginning. Just wait. If this becomes a thing, if this becomes a success, you could bet that ESPN won't stop at just the X Games. They'll continue to do this. They'll continue to broadcast professional gaming, and you'll watch. MLG and ESPN will probably make some kind of binding union in which they might get their own channel through ESPN, and they'll form this merger, and then professional gaming will be presented like in a scheduled cable program where people could see it at bars, which I don't know if that's a thing already, but you can bet that this is going to make things popular. I actually am looking forward to this because, hey, anything that's good for video gaming, it's good. I do, however, don't want to have the stigma of, oh, you know, the professional athletes, they don't, you know, they're gamers just like me and you. Anybody can be a gamer. Anybody can do really good if they work at it really hard. And to me, I just don't want this to be turned into like a jock mentality. I don't want them to be just like, oh dude, we're just so awesome, we're the greatest people of all time, we're totally better than those regular stupid gamers that are just not competing competitively. I don't know if there is that mentality, but let me tell you something. If something as cool as maybe Evo can then get one day promoted on ESPN, could you imagine Evolution 2016 or 2015 or even earlier? I mean, not earlier because it's not going to happen this time, but you know what, if Evolution can get like a contract to get shown on TV, where, you know, stream audiences are definitely higher according to the streaming services percentages, that Twitch is the one that's got the most. it could grow exponentially, because not everybody has an internet connection, not everybody has a strong enough bandwidth to get, not everybody has unlimited data on their phones to watch Evolution all weekend. But if this could turn into something big, and I would love that. I would love that a lot. But I have to agree with Alpha Omega Sin. With all of the good does come with, you know, the price of having to slap the name Extreme Sports Event. So that basically means that if you are a competitive, person like Tony Hawk, who has been winning and getting his popularity, doing things that puts his life in danger, now you are considered in the same tangent as him. You are an extreme sports athlete just by being there. So whatever you guys think about this, let me know down in the comments below. Give it a like, subscribe if you'd like, and let me know seriously if you guys think this is a good thing or a bad thing, because this is a great discussion to have with many people. And as always, thank you so much for watching. My name is Fico, and this was my gaming mind. Peace out, everybody.